guys! Welcome back to my channel. This is Teacher Annalou and I am an Engoo tutor. Well, for today, I'm going to share to you how I use the chatbox during my class. Well, pasensya nyo na ako ngayon. I'm wearing pambahay lang kasi actually it's supposed to be meron akong 3 classes but all of them are cancelled kasi for my first student, she canceled the class ahead of time before our class hour, so that's good. Nakakapagpahinga ako. And then for my second student naman, she usually books 2 classes sa akin, and then she wrote in the chat box that she can't attend to the class, so that means I have another 1 hour na available time. So napag-isip-isip ko, what should I do in my remaining time? So I decided to shoot a video about writing a chat box. What motivated me to create a content about using the chat box? Because one day I was reading some students' comment from my profile and other tutors' profile as well, and after reading I come to realize that students do appreciate teachers who are using the chat box as a powerful tool. And here are some of the comments that I've read. Okay, 1, it says it's easy to understand because it uses a lot of chat boxes. However, because the speaking speed was fast, there were places that were difficult to hear. And then here, there's also another comment which says, the pronunciation is very beautiful and uses a lot of chat boxes to teach me. So they appreciate the chat box. Next one, here's a very kind teacher. Many chat boxes are written, the radio, and they can point out mistakes easily. The radio wave was good, so it was easy to talk to. And the last one, I think this is the latest comment that I received. I was able to have a smooth conversation and a very easy to understand way of speaking. The teaching method was also polite, and he used the chat box to correct the mistakes and taught me another phrase, so I was able to take a very meaningful class. Okay, so see here, this is a proof that students really appreciate tutors who are using the chat box. And I could say that the chat box is a powerful tool in teaching. So now let's talk about what are the advantages of using the chat box. So let's talk about for the tutors. For the tutors, it will allow us to easily write something to our lesson notes. So if we will not write something in our chat box, it will take time for us to think, what have I corrected? What have I thought? So I think using the chat box is an advantage for us tutors. And for the students, they will be able to review after the class. And I think they are really happy to receive such kind of teaching method. Alright, so guys, with that proof and with that reason, now I was thinking I should share how I use my chat box. Again, I am not an expert in terms of teaching, but I just love to share my personal experience and how I do it. I'm not saying you should copy me, and I'm not saying you should do it as well, but I just want to share, and probably you can get something out of it and you can somehow create your own method and process in terms of using the chat box. When I start my class, directly after I join the lesson room, I automatically send a message towards my student. If it's first time for the student to join my class, I will send a message saying, "Hi, I am Annalou and I will be your online tutor today. How do you want me to call you?" But if it's my regular student, I would say, "Hello," then blank. That means the name of my student, and I would say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and it's nice meeting you again. And that's what I write in the chat box. And then after that, sometimes during the introduction, I write my information, but sometimes I don't. It's not necessary. And then after that, when we have the class and they've chosen the topic that they want to talk about, I also highlight the topic. So for me, I served as the chat box as a note. So I highlighted the title of our lesson. And I also include bullets for about the first topic or like the information that they are learning. And in terms of corrected pronunciation, so I type the um, word and then I paste the proper pronunciation. I know that it is not necessary for all the students, but I also find it helpful for the students so that they will be more familiar about the pronunciation of different vowels and consonants, and somehow it would allow them to differentiate the different pronunciations of the letters and the words. All right, so that's what I do. I go to the dictionary and then I copy paste the pronunciation. All right, and then after that, in terms of sentence patterns or corrected sentences, I also, of course, I send corrected sentences, but oftentimes, in every sentence that they've given, especially if they have to answer questions, I write their answers and I'd add the emoji correct to show that they have answered the sentences correctly. And I guess it would encourage the student to feel good about themselves, that they are doing well. And in terms with answers or sentences which are corrected, I put a highlight with that sentence, and so that it will signify that this area is corrected. And I also indicate it's wrong and I give them the correct answers. So at least there's balance. They can know which area they are correct and which area they have mistaken. All right, so that's what I do. And in terms of discussion portion, that's the time that they are freely expressing themselves in a conversational manner. So sometimes I don't correct them during the discussion. I just type their sentences in the chat box. If they want to, and if it's necessary, you can tell them at what point they've made mistakes. But some students, they would love to just focus on the conversation during the discussion, and I just type in the chat box. And sometimes I also suggest vocabulary that they can use for their sentences. And even though I'm not telling them that you can use it there, somehow I give them an alternative words that they can use, and sometimes it can be more suitable for such sentence. So that's how I use my chat box, guys. And of course, I say thank you and goodbye. That's easy. And I don't usually add a lot of pictures. I'm not a picture person or emojis, but I just use bullets, right or wrong, and then thank you and goodbye. And that's how easy it is. So, well, at the end of this, I will show you a roll of my whole lesson flow, and you can see how I'm using my chat box. Alright, guys, so that's how I use the chatbox as I teach here in Engoo. Well, again, this is Tutor Analu, and I am an Engoo tutor. Thank you so much and have a great day. God bless you. Bye!